Hello, welcome back to our SQL playlist. Today, as you can see, we're doing something slightly different. We're going to be going through a couple slides today because we want to talk conceptually about joins. So this is a foundational topic for SQL, and it's really important that you take your time and first just understand what it is, what we're trying to accomplish before we go into demos and you learn how to actually do it. So first, let's just talk about what is a join. So joining in SQL is when we say that, that means we're combining rows from two or more tables based on related columns. And I'm going to explain this a lot more here shortly. So why do we want to join? So think about you want to maximize utility of your data analysis. And a lot of times you're going to need to look at more than just one table, and the data in one table is likely related to data in other tables. And being able to connect that data gives you opportunities to understand the results in a whole different way and, make business decisions and all kinds of assessments from data analysis. And you need to be able to join that data. Okay. So we talked about it at a high level. Let's go right into explaining the different types of joins. And this is where you really got to look at it from a Venn diagram perspective and look at two circles as two different tables, okay? So there's different types of joins, and we're going to go through each one to make sure it's very clear and that you can understand what we're doing in each one. So before that, though, there's something you need to understand, and that is primary and foreign keys. So these terms are very scary, but really it just means the related column, the column that connects the two tables, right? Otherwise, you can't just join two tables and there's nothing related to them. What is the factor? What is the column that's the same in both tables so that you can connect them, right? That's how you join a table. You have to find a bridge to link them. So in this case, you've got two tables. You've got a table one that's got the artist ID and then the artist name. Table two has the artist ID, album ID, and album name. So what you connect, what the primary key here is the artist ID. The foreign key is the artist ID on the second table. And that's how you're going to join the two tables together. So if you could see, so we've got number three, artist ID number three here, artist ID number three here, and that's related information. It's just additional information on this second table. And that's how you're going to be able to connect them, is the primary and foreign keys. So now with all that said, let's talk about our first join. So look at the Venn diagram here. An inner join is only going to return results where there is a match in both tables. So only the matches. So only this middle area is what's going to happen in an inner join. And let's look through the syntax. So again, you've got your select, put whatever columns you want to see from, put your table, your primary table, and then inner join, that's the function, your second table, on your primary key and your foreign key. So here's an example. So we got a couple columns, order ID, customer name from the orders table, and then we're joining the customers table, and then the customer ID equals the customer ID on the second table. So that column is the same, and that's how you're telling it we're going to only inner join when the customer ID matches. So when it matches, we're going to show the results when it exists in both tables. And that's an inner join. Okay, left join. Left join returns all rows from the left table and matched rows from the right table. So look at your Venn diagram. Table one, you're going to get everything out of table one. And in table two, you're only going to get results where it matched to something in table one. So that's what you're going to do with a left join. And then the syntax here, it's again very similar. Select, from, and then instead of inner join, you're going to do left join. Put the table name, and then on what is the column you're joining between. So that's the link here. So equals, right? Just think of it in English, right? that employee ID from the employees table equals the employee ID from the orders table. But you're only going to left join, and that's what we're saying here. Okay, let's flip it. Right join. Same thing, we've just flipped the tables. That table 1, table 2, we're going to get all the results. And in table 1, we're only going to get the results that matched to something on table 2. So, and then the function is literally called a right join for very, very straightforward. Okay, and we wrap up with a full join. And I'm not going to go into too much detail here because I don't want to confuse you too much. But a full join is as straightforward as it says, is you're showing all rows when there's a match in either the left or the right table. So again, at the start, you might be a little confused as to why you would even full join. But as we get into more examples in the coming videos, it'll make a lot more sense about why this could still be relevant, why and when you would want to use a full join. Okay. So I went through all of this really fast. I don't expect you to have this all straight in your head, but it's good to hear it first in theory, conceptually, and now what you do is, so you're not hearing it for the first time, in the coming videos, I'm going to do live demos in SQL, and you're going to see this in practice. And it's going to start making a lot more sense, but you really just needed to get more familiar with the terms. So to quickly recap, inner join, common rows from both tables only. Left join, all rows from the left table, and only matched rows from the right table. Right join, reverse, all rows from the right table, and matched rows from the left table only. Full join, all rows with matches from either table. And then when you're choosing the correct join, it's just going to depend on the relationship between the tables and what your desired result is in your research and analysis. And in the coming videos, we're going to practice, we're going to demo just so you get more comfortable and solidify your understanding. And that wraps up for today. So stick with us. Coming videos, we're going to do live demos of joins. Looking forward to it. Thanks all. See you on the next one.